Yes, so in my previous videos of the series of evolution and males and females, which I am releasing on the occasion of Women's Day, uh, I've told that women are emotional and more aesthetically oriented because they have a child in their body, they grow it, they do breastfeeding, they have to be tender, and they, while doing berry picking and fruit collection and nectar collection, they come across different exotic, kaleidoscopic, marvelous, fantastic, fantabulous, beautiful, colorful uh, presentations of nature in form of butterflies, insects, fruits, flowers, plants, so on and so forth. And hence, uh, she has more of a tender touch for with uh, being more touchy in a physical as well as emotional sense, and aesthetically having good sense and not having a killer instinct, because aesthetic, emotion, and tender sense cannot go with killing instinct. While due to the evolutionary reasons and a mandate, males who are from Mars are more aggressive with an attacking spirit, killing instinct, focused view, and who are not aware of the aestheticism, okay, and who are hence so called less with feelings, sentiments, and emotions. So there are evolutionary reasons for these differences. Having said so, over 60 lakh years, why I'm saying 60 lakh years? Because our first humans, which diverged from chimpanzees and mm, orangutans and gorillas, were called as Claranthropus chadensis, and then through different species like Australopithecus, Neanderthals, so on and so forth, we became Homo erectus and then Homo sapiens and then Homo sapiens sapiens, that is a modern man. And the definition of modern man's so-called modern, not ultra modern, is, I would say, 1,50,000 years when humans moved out of Africa. Then the Cro-Magnon, 40, 50,000 years. These are called as prehistoric. And then the later from 10 to 15,000 years historic. But all this is ultimately modern only as compared to the 60 lakh, 40, 20 lakh years ago species. And then what has happened in this 60 lakh years is that because of the spreading of foragers and Adam and Eve, or the primary hunter males, men, and primary child lactating, childbearing, child rearing female women, they spread all over the world, they intermingled, and they crossbreed so much variety in human beings. Amongst 800 plus crore population has happened, that the 60 lakh years ago, whatever was original male pattern brain physiology and mind, and female pattern brain physiology and mind, that got intermingled and admixed to form today's long androgynous spectrum, where on one end you have fully male men, and on another polar end of the spectrum, fully 100% female women. And in between are all combinations, 99% male, 1% female, 98% female, 2% man, 50-50, 60-40, 40-60, 80-20, 20-80, 30-70, 10-90, so on and so forth. Now, this variation has given rise to something called as a social androgynousness. So, what is that social We have seen biological androgynousness by evolution was imperative and necessary in a jungle life. Please refer all my initial videos. Social androgynousness is not made by nature, cosmos, or mother nature or evolution, but it is being definitely created, imagined, and constructed, structuralized by so-called civilized and modern societies and historic men from 10,000 and 15,000 years ahead, when agricultural society or agrarian societies, not agrarian societies came into the picture. So then, what are the different androgynousness? So if you want to classify taxonomically and differentiate without, and maybe have a distinction without having discrimination, then the androus things was like was very much related to the original hunting games activities. So hunting, then comes the sport where again chase is there, chasing something is there, or running away from something is there. Then came the vehicles of different kinds, then cars, then sports cars, then driving, then traveling, tourism. So all these were so-called androus activities and all muscular activities, going to gym and having and bullying other and being aggressive and using muscle power and tools and weapons and force, androus. While gynous or gynac activities were more related to creativity, uh, fine arts, performing arts, aesthetically something colorful, uh, hearing capacities, so maybe music, dance, uh, acting, and anything where you require creative potential and a rearing of something. मग ते चूल मूल आलंच. कुकिंग and pottery, adoration, jewelry, ornaments, jewelry design, so on and so forth. But now, if you see that all this has amalgamated, so we can get males who are not interested in sports and sports car and hunting games and tools and gadgetry and ammunition, warfare, warrior, soldiership, not interested, but very much interested in cooking and rearing, creating, are wonderful artists in 64 kalas. Okay, so that doesn't mean that they are male, but that admixture amalgamation has happened at a genetic level and a brain level, to which we neurologically call it as a degeneracy of neurons, not degeneracy of neurons. And one can get a woman having maybe no rearing instinct, no so-called maternal or paternal instinct, not interested in cooking at all, not interested in aesthetic sense, but very much interested in rock climbing, going to the gym, sports activities, uh, driving heavy SUV cars, hunting games, playing cricket. Okay, so because see, all these things, yeah, it's not a domain. Okay, all these things are basically a variations, and in a Freudian language something called as a sublimations of the originally hunting vector and a berry picking, fruit picking, nectar picking vector, and lactation or child rearing, and being at the end in the cave and going away from the cave. इसके सब variations हो गए. And now you can get fantastic mixtures at a social level. So remember that a biological androgynousness is different from social androgynousness. And the social androgynousness, I would say, is a permutation combination and a kaleidoscopic variation, again itself colorful, of the original biological androgynousness, giving a huge spectrum of males having maleness and malish abilities and evolutionary skills, and males having female and feminine abilities and evolutionary skills, and females having femalish and females having malish abilities and evolutionary skills. I think that I might have been able to make this point quite clear on the occasion of Women's Day, and all these videos are also uh, applicable to Men's Day. Okay, take care, all men and women, with all maleness and femaleness. What I actually want to say is that, irrespective of whether biologically you are male or female, enjoy the entire spectrum of maleness and femaleness ना. कितना बड़ा है स्पेक्ट्रम, उसमें ही एंजॉयमेंट एंड सेलिब्रेशन ऑफ लाइफ. So celebration of life is, even though you are in at existential and beingness or being level, even though you are male or female, you are enjoying the entire, all the activities. Need not necessarily do, but accept, acknowledge, and appreciate, and have an epitome of experience, that is an ability to take joy, pleasure, and happiness from all the male and female activities.